So let's start with the series, not just one meeting, but the series of meetings the president is having today at the White House. His attorney general is also in Atlanta having other meetings about Ferguson. Now, there are some substantive things, Julie, the president can do. Maybe stop transfers of military equipment to police departments, maybe have some federal rule about training or some civil rights rules in these cases. And then there's a symbolic question. Many people are wondering, will the president go out to Ferguson? Will he address the community? Will he meet with the Brown family? Listen to the Massachusetts governor. I almost called him former governor. He's still the governor for a few more weeks. Deval Patrick in Massachusetts, saying the president here has an interesting, delicate balance.
I think he wants to go, by the way, and that's not because I know that. I just sense that knowing the man. I think also that the president is in a really, really tough place, trying to be and having been elected to serve as president of the whole country, and being and having higher expectations on issues related to race.
What do we expect from the president? And do we expect anything quickly, or is this more meet, think, and plan, and then we'll hear more actions?
Well, if you look at the approach that the White House has taken to Ferguson over the past week or so, they've been trying to put this in a larger context, not just focus on what's happening in Ferguson, but say this is a larger issue of the way that law enforcement interacts with communities of color, the distrust that can exist there. So let's not just focus on this one town, let's focus on this broader issue. I think one of the tricky things for the president, though, if he does try to take this sort of 30,000-foot view of this, is that you maybe look as though you're not really addressing this example where we have, a problem happening right now in this community.
And things are still raw in the community. So the challenge is, does a president show up and bring all that brings with it attention and focus, and there's still an ongoing federal civil rights investigation, even though the local grand jury declined to press charges.
And I think that may ultimately be what sort of keeps him out for a bit, is not wanting to sort of step on that investigation. But he has to want to get out there, John. I mean, this is who this president is. He's someone who cares about conciliation, and I'm sure he's sort of chafing at the bit to go out there. My guess, knowing President Obama and sort of how he thinks, is that his play would be to go to that church that was burned down, the stepfather of Michael Brown, go out there with blacks and whites there, make a statement about that, some kind of a unifying moment, bringing folks of both races together. But the question is when, you're right.
When. We'll watch that. And we're in the holiday season, too. The president might be looking to try to do something near the end of the year around the holidays. We'll watch that.